Now I'm outside of the town and now in the hotel. I'm preparing for the tomorrow's English testing for the studies. Okay. Okay. Now, I think originally the course should be started at 14:15, right? For the summertime. Is that right?
老师, I haven't presented yet.
Okay, Zhulali, you can start right now.
Okay. Can you see my PPT?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Today, I will be presenting on the economic growth and international trade of Morocco. Morocco is a country located in North Africa with a population of around 37 million people. Over the year, Morocco's economy has shown significant growth, driven by a combination of factors, including economic reforms, diversification, and the focus on promoting international trade.
Okay, now
Morocco's
please do it slowly, okay?
Okay.
Not so fast, okay?
More.
So that
Okay.
everybody can catch your word.
Okay. Sorry. Morocco's economy has shown significant growth over the past few decades. From the 1990s onwards, the country has implemented a series of economic reforms that aimed to liberalize the promote contribute to the economic growth has been its effort to diversify its economy away from traditional sectors such as agriculture and toward the more modern industries such as tourism, services, and manufacturing. This diversification has helped to create new job opportunities and boost productivity. Let's go to Morocco's economic growth is expected to accelerate to 3.1% in 2023, thanks to a rebound of the primary sector. Downside risk persists due to geopolitical tensions, including the problems with Spain, the war on Ukraine, and the deceleration of Morocco's main trading partners in Europe. The new potential climate shocks. The report says GDP growth dropped from 7.9% in 2021 to an estimate 1.2% in 2022, while the current account deficit increased from 2.3% to 1.4% of GDP. Let's go to the service sector. The service sector has experienced significant growth in recent years. One of the important service industries in Morocco include telecommunication, transportation, and business services. The telecommunication sector has been growing rapidly with the increased demand for mobile and internet services. Morocco's transportation industry, which includes ports, airports, rail systems, has also been expanding in recent years. Also, the business services industry, which include consulting, advertising, other professional service, has been growing rapidly. The government has taken steps to modernize the sector, including launching new financial products and services. The banking sector in Morocco is dominated by several large banks, such as Tijari Waqf Bank and BMC Bank. Let's go to the tourism. The growth of tourism was driven by a combination of factors, including the country's rich cultural heritage, diverse landscape, and strategic location as a gateway to Africa and Europe. The Morocco's government had also implemented policies to attract foreign investment, such as the creation of special economic zones and the promotion of eco-tourism initiatives. Tourism was concentrated in major cities such as Marrakech, Casablanca, and Fez, as well as coastal areas such as Agadir and Sawera. Tourism were drawn to a range of attractions, including historic landmarks such as the Medina of Marrakech and the Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca, as well as natural wonders such as the Sahara Desert and the Atlas Mountains. As you can see, Morocco in 2019 has reached a record of tourism arrivals by 145 million tourists. The rise of ecotourism. One of the biggest trends in tourism in Morocco is the rise of ecotourists. Visitors are drawn to the country's stunning natural beauties, including the Atlas Mountains, the Sahara Desert, the coastlines along the Atlantic Oceans. Luxury travel. In recent years, Morocco has also become popular destination for luxury travel. Many high-end hotels and hostels has often opened throughout the country. Also, the investment in the infrastructure to make it easy for tourists to visit the other cities. Food and drink, of course, Morocco's cuisine is very known worldwide for its bold flavors and exotic spices, making it a draw for foodies from around the world. This is Jama al-Qarawiyyin in Fez. It is one of the oldest universities in the world, in the history of the world. Agriculture in Morocco employs about 40% of the nation workforce. Thus, it is the largest employer in the country. Morocco is a major agriculture producer with a diverse range of crops and livestock. The country's agriculture sector a significant portion for its GDP and provides employment for a large proportion of the population. Some of the main crops grown in Morocco include cereals such as wheat, barley, and corn, as well as citrus fruits, olives, vegetables, and sugar beets. Morocco is also a significant producer of argan oil, which is used in the cosmetics and food industries. In addition to crops, Morocco has a thriving livestock sector producing meat, dairy products, and eggs. Cattle, sheep, and goats are the main livestock species raised in the country, with a focus on high quality breeds such as the Moroccan Bar. Although in the last few years the production has been difficult due to the scarcity of the rain, especially that most of the regions who produce wheat and barley, their main focus is on the rain, so the production have significantly dropped in the last 2 years. Fishing industry. As you know, Morocco's strategic geography on the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, it makes it one of the important exporters of the fish. Fish is one of the country's most important economic activities, with a significant contribution to its GDP and employment. The fish industry employs about 600,000 people in Morocco, including fishermen, processors, traders, and supports. Morocco has a pool of halieutic wealth that is characterized by a relatively high diversity, namely pelagic such as sardine, mackerel, tuna, etc., whitefish such as hake, wolf, conger, etc., cephalopods, octopus, cuttlefish, squid, and etc. Uh, Shells and crustaceans such as shrimp and lobsters. The manufacturing sector in Morocco has undergone a significant development over the years. The country has implemented policies to attract foreign investment, improve infrastructure, and enhance its business environment, uh, leading to growth and modernization of its manufacturing industry. One of the important and most successful manufacturing in Morocco is the automotive manufacturing. The Moroccan Association of Automotive Trade and Industry was established shortly after Morocco gained independence to help develop the country's vehicle and auto component industry, but it wasn't until 2007 that the industry experienced a revival as a result of government initiatives to promote industrial activity. Since then, Morocco has placed a high priority on attracting auto parts producers such that encourage automakers to build new facilities in the nation. For example, the PCA group, Renault, and who have a plant in Tangier. Uh, 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 Additionally, the efforts aimed to enhance the percentage of locally produced parts used in cars produced in Morocco. As a result, as I said, Renault expanded its production in Morocco and was soon followed by the Peugeot, Citroën Group, Volkswagen, and Hyundai, in addition to a large number of automotive companies. The value of Morocco's export of cars and auto parts has been gradually rising in recent years. Automobiles have been Morocco's top exports, and also Morocco is the African top exports of cars. Uh, uh, Over the previous years in terms of volume. Cars exports totaled of 5.4 billion in the first half of 2022, up from 3.5 billion in 2020. In other words, the sale of automobile is no longer just a means of increasing of Moroccan export. It is now a promising industry that generates substantial annual return and attracts foreign investors. The aeronautic industry. The aeronautic industry in Morocco has been is a growing sector that has been attracting significant investment and attention in recent years. Morocco developed solid expertise in the manufacturing of parts and sub assemblies of aircraft and engines, machined and sheet metal parts, interior equipment, and composite parts, electric harnesses, components, and parts. Major OEMs such as Boeing, Airbus, Pilatus, and Bombardier are using parts produced in Morocco using the local and highly diversified supply chain. Morocco developed a solid expertise in the manufacturing of parts and sub assemblies. It is said that most of the planes they have at least a few parts who are built in Morocco. Textile manufacturing. Morocco's textile industry has a strong focus on sustainability, with companies investing in eco-friendly practices and technology to reduce their environmental impact. The country has also been working to develop its domestic textile supply chain with a focus on producing high-quality raw materials. The sector's success has been largely driven by the country's location, which provide easy access to both Europe and Africa, as well as its competitive labor costs. Morocco has also been successful in attracting foreign investments, with numerous international textile companies establishing operation in the country. Morocco is the second importer to Europe after Turkey in the textile sector. It is worth noting that Morocco is the second largest Mediterranean supplier of clothing to the UAE, ahead of Turkey, which is the large Mediterranean industry in this sector and has reaped the first quarter an increase of 27% more, and 2008 100 million euros obtained in shipments. Behind the North African country, Tunisia is in third place with an increase of 21.7% and a revenue of 572 million euros. The Moroccan government has supported the growth of textile industry through initiatives such as tax breaks, investment in research and development, and the establishment of specialized industry zones. Morocco's trade plays a significant role in Morocco's economy, accounting for around 70% of the country's GDP. The country has signed numerous trade agreements with other countries and regional blocs, including the European Union, United States, and several African countries. Morocco is also a member of several international organizations, such as the World Trade Organization, International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. The three leading exports are agriculture produce such as citrus fruit and vegetables, semi-processed goods and consumer goods such as textiles and phosphate products. Major imports are semi-manufactured and industrial equipment such as crude oil and food commodities. Morocco's largest trading partner is, of course, the European Union. Morocco's main exports include textile and clothing, phosphate, agriculture products, etc. The company's major trading partners are Spain, France, and Italy, followed by the United States and China. Morocco has also been actively seeking to expand trade ties with African countries and in 2018, it joined the African Continental Free Trade Area, which aimed to boost the trade and economic integration among African countries. As we can see, the destination of the exports in 2021, the top exports of Morocco are cars by 5.19 billion, and mixed minerals or chemical fertilizers by 5.18 billion, isolated wire by 3.58 billion, phosphoric acid by 2.25 billion, and the non-concrete women's suits by 1.81 billion, exporting mostly to Spain by 8.53 billion, France by 7.9 billion, India by 2.1 billion, Brazil by 2.06 billion, and Italy by 2.1 billion. The top exporter is, of course, Spain by 20.3%, followed by France by 18.8%. Let's go to the imports. The top imports of Morocco are refined petroleum by 5.2 billion, cars 2.12 billion, motor vehicles, parts and accessories by 1.92 billion, petroleum gas by 1.98 billion, and wheat by 1.36 billion, importing mostly from Spain by 11.1 billion, China 6.43 billion, France 5.42 billion, Turkey 3.40 billion, and in conclusion, Morocco's economic growth and international trade has been driven by a combination of factors, including economic reforms, diversification, and investment in infrastructure. The country has made significant effort to promote international trade and attract foreign investment and boost its economy. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dolali. Okay, very good. I like the
Thank you, Laksh.
Hi, Raleigh. I like your speech. Okay, I think it is very good. You gave us the trade directions or trade uh, ge ge trade geographic the trade target countries. Okay, especially the Spain and Spain and France. Okay, how about the trade between Spain? How about the trade now between Spain and Morocco? Is that okay now? Hi, Raleigh.
Yes, yes, Laush.
Okay, good. I think that
I
is the
I
in
can
the
hear you.
I cannot hear you clearly.
Uh, I said that yes, Laush. The trade between Spain and Morocco are gonna come back because the political tensions have been already fixed last year. So right now, Morocco and Spain want to like work together. And the Minister of Affairs in Spain said that Morocco will always be an important partner to their economy.
Yes, I know that. I know that. Yeah, okay. What are the main trading products between Morocco and Spain?
There are main trading products between Morocco and Spain. Food, commodities are the most the most the textile, also the automobiles also is the most trade between Morocco and Spain.
Okay. Do
That's
do Morocco has have the capacity to assembling the car?
yes, yes, no, yes.
Yes, now which product? Which brand? Volkswagen or
Renault, Dacia, if you know.
oh, Renault and Dacia.
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes, yes.
Also Peugeot and
Dacia.
Citroën.
Hi, Wang Cong.
Yeah.
Now, please.
I said also Peugeot and Citroën are the brand.
Citroen. Okay, that is the French brand, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Loshi.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. How do you conduct the trade with the Spain? Because are there so many people in Morocco who can speak for Spain?
In the north of Morocco, all people can talk in Spanish, but here in the middle and
they can speak the Spanish, right?
yeah, yeah, Loshi. Because
Oh,
the distance between Morocco and Spain is in the north uh, between 17 and 18 kilometer. So there is no long distance between us.
no, I know that is in the northern part of Morocco is very close to the southern part of the Spain.
Yeah, yeah, Loshi.
Just uh just cross the Mediterranean, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
also now Morocco and Spain and Portugal will submit to join file to organize the World Cup in 2030.
Okay. Have you ever been to Spain?
No, no, Loshi. I didn't have the opportunity yet.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what about Julali.
Me too. Me too. I haven't. Me too.
You haven't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You have the territory dispute with the Western Sahara, right?
Yes.
Yes. Uh, which side which side does Spain stand?
It's with Morocco right now because they declared that when when Morocco and Spain fixed the Bardach, the Sahara is a Moroccan. Can you hear me, Laush?
Okay, it is unstable. Your voice is not so stable, you know that?
I can see that my network connection is not good. That's why I told her if you can hear me.
Okay. I can see that. Okay, thank you, Dolari. Okay, thank you
Thank you,
so
Laush.
much.
Yeah.
I like
Thank you,
your
Laush.
PPT. Okay, especially for the for your trading with partners part. Okay, you use a
Okay.
very you're very clear graph to describe your trading partners. Okay, who
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be the next one?
Thank you.
So, since I'm Moroccan too, I also did my presentation about growth and trade in Morocco.
Okay,
So the
you can
information
start
that,
right now.
yeah, I
Lonzo?
can start. The information that Julali gave us is almost similar to what I say, but I can present if you want, Loshi.
Okay, you present now. You deliver a speech now.
Okay, okay, Loshi. Can you see my PPT?
Yes.
Okay, let me start. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Abdel Mohamed Reda. You can tell me one song. I'm Moroccan. So as we explore the remarkable economic growth and the thriving trade sector of Morocco, in recent years, Morocco has emerged as a major player in regional and international markets, followed by its strategic geographic location, comprehensive reform, and robust trade policies. So, Morocco, located in North Africa, shares border with Algeria and Mauritania, which with a population of over 37 million. It boasts a stable political environment and a pro-business atmosphere that has attracted investment and fostered economic growth. Today, we will delve into the key factors that have contributed to Morocco's economic success. So we will start by an overview of Morocco. So Morocco capital is Rabat, and the official language is Arabic, though Berber and French are also widely spoken. Also in the north of Morocco, the population of north of Morocco can speak in Spanish too. The Moroccan dirham is the country's currency. Political stability and a favorable business climate have been instrumental in attracting both domestic and foreign investment, driving economic growth. So talking about economic growth, over the past decade, Morocco has experienced consistent growth, economic growth. This achievement can be attributed to stable macroeconomy policies, comprehensive structural reforms, and efforts to diversify the economy. The average annual gross domestic product (GPD) growth rate over the last 5 years has Morocco approximately 4%. Despite the global pandemic, Morocco demonstrates resilience, rebounding strongly with a project growth rate of 4.6% in 2021, after a 7% contraction in 2020. Key sectors contributing to this growth, including agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, and renewable energy. So about trade environment, Morocco has actively pushed a liberal and open trade policy, fostering strong economic ties with various nations. The country has signed numerous free trade agreements, FTAs, including agreements with the European Union, the United States, Turkey, and several African nations. These FTAs has expanded market access, increased export opportunities, and attract foreign direct investment. As a result, Morocco has achieved a constant trade surplus over the years. So indexing a competitive export sectors and prudent import policies in 2022, total exports reached 29 billions, while exporting stood at $25 billion. So the key sectors, Morocco excels in several export sectors, driving its trade growth. The agricultural and agri-food industry is a major contributor, with Morocco being a significant exporter of fruit, vegetables, seafood, and processed food products. Furthermore, the growing global demand for organic and sustainable food presents significant export opportunities. So the automotive and aerospace industry have also seen substantial growth. Morocco has emerged as a regional manufacturing hub, attracting multinational companies with well-established supply chain, skilled labor, and competitive incentives. Additionally, Morocco is renowned for its quality textiles, garments, and leather products, making it an attractive sourcing destination due to its proximity to European markets and duty-free access under FTAs. Now we will pass to investment opportunities. So Morocco presents numerous investment opportunities for both domestic and international investors. The country has invested heavily in infrastructure development, including ports, airports, roads, and renewable energy facilities. Public-private partnership and foreign investment are actively encouraged to further enhance infrastructure capacity. Another promising sector is renewable energy. Morocco aims 52% of its energy from renewable sources by 2030, offering investment prospects in solar and wind energy projects, as well as research and development. Furthermore, the tourism and the hospitality industry is thriving. Morocco's rich history, diverse culture, and stunning landscape make it a popular tourist destination. Investment in hotel, resorts, in ecotourism, and supporting infrastructure are highly sought after. So now we will see some pictures of the solar and wind energy in Morocco. So those pictures showcase Morocco's remarkable progress in harnessing solar and wind energy. As part of its renewable energy initiative, the image captures a vast solar power plant symbolizing the country's commitment to sustainable energy generation. In the pictures, row of photovoltaic solar panel or towering wind turbines stand against the backdrop of Morocco's diverse landscape, which may include deserts, mountains, or coastal area. The solar panel glistening under the sunlight or the rotation wind turbines represent the clean and abundant source of energy that Morocco is tapping into to reduce its dependence on fossil fuels and combat climate change. Those images also serves as a testament to Morocco's ambitious goals and successful implementation of renewable energy projects. It's highly the country's potential to generate a significant portion of its energy needs from renewable sources, contributing to a green and more sustainable future. The picture also reflects Morocco's effort to attract investment in the renewable energy sectors, creating opportunity for technological advancement job creation, and economic growth. So about government initiatives, the Moroccan government has implemented several strategic initiatives to drive economic growth and trade. The industrial competitiveness and diversification, with specific attention to sectors such as automotive, aerospace, electronic, and renewable energy. The national export strategy aimed to boost export performance by improving market access, supporting exports-oriented and enhancing trade facilitation. Additionally, the government actively promotes public-private partnership to leverage private sector's expertise and investment in various sectors. To conclude, Morocco's economic growth and trade achievements are a testament to its strong governance, strategic planning, and commitment to reform with a favorable investment climate, a diversified economy, and ambitious development projects. Morocco presents lucrative opportunities for both domestic and international investors. As Morocco continues to position itself as a gateway to Africa and a regional economic powerhouse, we early anticipate its sustainable growth and its contribution to global trade. So thank you for your attention, and this is the
Okay,
end.
thank you. Thank you so much, Wang Cong. Hey, I have a question here, and it is about your
Yeah,
religion. You know, all of the Moroccans are belonging to the Muslims.
yeah. The most of Moroccan are Muslim. We have some people who how can I say it? Some Moroccans are not Muslims, but the most of Moroccan are Muslim.
Most of them, right?
Yeah, we have some minorities that are
Minorities.
how can some
They are
minorities.
Christian,
Yeah,
Christian or
yeah, Christian. Some minorities Christian. We have also some. We have some Moroccan Jewish, but they are the minorities.
Moroccan Jewish, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay, I see. I see. I see. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, Loshi.
Now you can quit your screen sharing. Okay. Now today we are going to start the new part. That is the I would like to share with you something about the about this one. How to do this. Okay. That is the chapter 8, the trade policies for developing nations. Okay. The developing nations are always an issue uh, that, that are worthy to be discussed. Okay. Okay. Now first we take a look at it, the developing nations trade are very dependent on the developing industrial countries as export markets and source of imports is the I think that is the facts. Okay. Now we have some examples to illustrate to prove that. Okay. For example, China for the small commodities, you know, are heavily dependent on the markets of the United States and European countries. Okay, and now Chinese labor-intensive products are more reliant on the countries who are located along the Belt Road routes. Okay, especially now, for example, that is the Central Asia. Okay, the Central Asia nations, countries. Okay, okay. The exports are heavily weighted toward primary products, that is the agricultural goods, raw materials, fuels, and labor-intensive manufacturers. Okay, raw materials. Okay, the fuels, such as the Middle East countries and the most sub-Saharan countries. Okay, who has the natural the natural the endowments of the natural resources. Okay, for China and southeastern eastern countries, I think that is the labor-intensive manufacturers. And now China has already export more the intermediaries products. Okay, the intermediate products. Okay, share of manufactured exports is increasing, but mainly in a small number of newly industrial nations such as South Korea and Hong Kong. Okay, here that is the dependence on the primary products. You know the products that the we can see a nation's industrial structure from their export products. Okay, that is we can see the Nigeria, Saudi Arab, Venezuela, Burundi, Mauritania, Zambia, Ethiopia, Chad. Okay, for the first three countries, they are the oil producing countries. Okay, and the oil is the main products for the exportation. Okay, for the Burundi, the coffee, that is the agricultural products. Okay, it is economic agricultural products. Okay, okay. Developing nations. Question whether gains from trade with the industrial countries have been fairly distributed. Okay, no, certainly of course no. They're facing the problems of unstable export markets, especially when that just because of their so a very simple economic structure, which means they are heavily dependent on the external surroundings. That means the global their external there if there is some change or some turmoil of the external surroundings, it will cause a very bad consequences for the exportations of the developing nations. Okay. We argue that they face worsening of terms of trade as relative value of primary products has fallen compared to manufactured products. Here there is a terms of trade. The terms of trade. You should have better understand this terminology. Okay. Face limited market access for exports because of protectionism. Okay, especially for the U.S. Trump administration stepping into power. Okay, okay. Here, there's export price instability for developing nations. We can see that it will have a very great influence on the export of the developing nations. Okay. Remedies for developing nations problems. Actually, it is very difficult to solve such kind of problems. Only if the developing nations they can shift, they can diversify their economic structures and make their economy more diversified. Okay, and to get the enough capacity to conquer the heat of the external surroundings change. Okay, stabilizing commodity prices, international commodity arrangements. Okay, production and export controls buffer stocks, multilateral contracts, okay, generalized system of preferences, but experience with commodity agreements has been mixed. Best, the application of GSP is broad. Okay? That is the remedies, the approaches for the developing nation to solve their own developing problems. Okay, that is the production and export controls. Okay, we can see this graph. You have ever learned? I do believe that you have ever learned in the microeconomics. Okay, here the buffer stocks, price ceiling and price support. Okay, cartels. We obviously that is the cartels is that is what is the cartel? Cartels. That's an attempt to restrict competition among producers and support higher prices for their products. Okay, that means there are face obstacles that incentive to cheat, number of sellers, cost and demand differences, potential competition, economic downturns, substitute goods. Okay. The growth strategies, okay, that is the if for the developing nations, especially for those who want to integrate themselves into the globalization, they do stipulate the government or the policymakers. They do make the growth strategies for their economy. Okay, that is they use the import it is a matter of fact that there are three driving forces for the economy. There are three forces who can which are driving the economic growth. The first one, that is the I think that is the investment, and the second one is the purchasing. Okay, and that is the domestic consumption, and the last one is the overseas consumption. That is the export. That is the trade. Okay, we use some of the developing nations. They use the import substitution to drive the economic growth. Trade barriers protect the emerging domestic industries. The first, that is the protect the emerging domestic industries. Okay, it is very popular in 1950s and 1960s in some countries for sub-Saharan Africa. And also that is the export-led growth, focus on the export of manufacturers as engine of growth, became more common starting in the 1970s. Okay, for China is a typical case in this part. Okay, that is import substitution pros. Risk of established home import replacing industry is lower because home market already exists. Easier for developing nations to protect their own markets than to force industrial nations to open theirs. Gives foreign firms an incentive to locate production in developing countries, providing jobs. Okay. The cons are trade restrictions shelter home industry from competition and gave no incentive for efficiency. Okay, that is the can create some I think that is the protection for the domestic products. Okay, so for the domestic industries, they have no incentives to make innovation or to improve their productivity. Okay, because there is no competition. Okay, now as a result, it does no benefit. It does no good to the social welfare of the ordinary consumers, of the end consumers. Okay. Small size of most developing country markets makes difficult to benefit from economy of scale. Protection of import competing industries draws resources away from all other factors, including potential exporters. Okay. Now, here are the following are the standpoints for those who are for the export-led growth. Okay, encourage industries. Okay, encourage industry in which developing countries are likely to have a comparative advantage, such as labor-intensive manufacturers. Okay, such as China in the 1980s and 1990s, and India nowadays. Okay, and Southeast Asian countries now they have a competitive in the field of the labor-intensive manufacturers. Export markets allow domestic producers to utilize economies of scale. Here, you should fully understand. You should fully understand the economies of scale. Okay, low level trade restrictions forces domestic firms to remain competitive. The cons, the standpoints are as follows. Main disadvantage of export growth is that depends on the ability and readiness of industrial nations to absorb large quantities of manufacturers from developing nations. Okay. Also, in other words, it is sensitive to economic cycles and protectionist pressures in the export market. Okay. That is, here there is a graph. There is a graph that is the economic problem of developing nations by trade orientation. Okay, the trade orientation. Now, during the period from 1963 to 1992, almost I think 30 years. Okay, 30 years. We can see that there's a neural growth of the real GDP. Okay, that is strongly for the shallow shallow blue one. That is strongly outward oriented. That is for another moderate outward oriented, and the moderate inward oriented, strongly inward oriented. We can see the economic growth. Okay. Now we can, based on the big data, we can see that for those who are strongly outward oriented, the international trade do make a great contribution to their economic growth. Okay. Okay, growth strategies. Case studies: the Brazil import substitution in computers policy backfired and was abandoned in 1991. I think Brazil case is a very interesting one. You know, in the 1990s or 90, at the very beginning of the last century, I think, the Brazil is much more advanced than that of China, but now it is surpassed by China for a very, very large degree, I think. Eastern Asia newly industrialized countries export-led growth, generally very successful. Okay, so we can see that. China, the transformation. Okay. Okay, I think it is a very, very interesting story. I think that is the I think most of you are from the developing nations, right? And for some of you are from the from the Eastern Southeast Asia, and some of you are from the Central Asia, and some of you are from the North Africa and Africa. Okay. Okay. Now in our next class, I think you should you'd better give us a vivid illustration about your trade policy in different periods of development. Okay. I think from the 1970s. Okay. Especially, I think that is the for those who are from the Malaysia or Morocco and South Korea. Your country did experience the different phases of the export oriented or import oriented trade strategies. Okay, and also you use the trade policy. You can make analysis whether those trade policies promote your GDP growth or not. Okay, now just now we share the I gave you the okay, we can see the picture. That is the we can see the picture. Okay, we can see the picture to see the effects or the results of the enforcement of different international trade policies. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today. Please give me some time to
Sure.
prepare for tomorrow's examination. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you write for us the assignments in WeChat group?
Okay. Okay. Yes, I will write it. Okay. You'll pay my maybe on Sunday. On Sunday. Okay. Because the whole day of
Okay,
tomorrow, I will attending the exam. Okay.
okay,
Examination.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Have a
we
good
should
weekend.
do.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. We should do a presentation next class about the trade and strategy of trade.
Yes, the trade strategies of all the trade policies in your country. Okay, the trade
Okay, thank you.
policies. Okay,
Okay,
and
thank
I
you, Loshi.
think you better make a little bit of the analysis. Does the trade policy is good or not? Okay, is promote the economic growth or or vice versa? Okay.
Can you make a presentation about between China and my country? Just because most of my products.
Okay. It's no problem. Okay. You just,
Okay, thank you.
I think that is the main aim of this course is just to foster your capacity or cultivate your ability to make analysis by using some international trade theories or international trade analysis tools. Okay.
Okay, Loshi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And in Sunday, you said, Loshi, that in
Yes,
Sunday we will
I will write your assignment in our WeChat.
Okay, thank you, Loshi. Have a nice day.
Okay, have a nice day. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.